roll of dice. If he gets a 1, he stays on the pole. If he rolls a 6, that's where he goes. How about a little help, a little bit of cheering on up here? Let's see what we got. Looks like a 3. That's not terrible.
It was a perfect night for racing at Kingsport Speedway. A little cool, but them race motors sure do like that cold air. The black number 7 of Lee Tissett from Asheville, North Carolina started on the pole thanks to the 3-car inversion to his outside last week's winner, number 15 Chris Van Dyke from Abington. Pole sitter Chad Fincham on the inside of the first row. On the initial start, Van Dyke jumped out to the early lead. He liked that outside lane on the restarts all night. It worked for him pretty good. We see a battle for 10th place. Veteran racer Wayne Hale from Bluff City and a relative newcomer Zach Walton from Bluffville battling out for 10th. Walton would eventually take that position. Chris Van Dyke hits heavy traffic about halfway through the race, where we see him going past the number 60 car of Justin Fontaine, Rick Pennell of Kingsport, Austin Peters of Kingsport. Wayne Hale moves over, allows the faster leader to go by. And then we see second place Lee Tissett just hitting that same lap traffic. Zeke Shell and Chad Fincham, 19 Chad Fincham, number 97 Zeke Shell, battling it out for third place. The race went green for the first 45 laps. And there's fifth place, Ryan Stiltner. Right behind him in the number 5, Kingsport's Ronnie McCarty had trouble in qualifying. Here you see he's having trouble getting through that lap traffic as well. A little contact with Paul McGrady between him and Austin Peters. And McCarty takes advantage of that. McCarty had trouble in qualifying. He had to start at the back of the pack and worked his way up to 5th place. I received a caution on lap 46 for a brake rotor, presumably off of the Hale car. Hale retired from the race shortly after that. Chris Van Dyke decides to take the outside lane with Fincham to his inside. Of course, he made that outside lane work the whole night. And you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. The field is bunched up, the fast cars are bunched up back again. We see the 97 and the 7 battling out for third. And they run out of room. Lee Tissett in the 7 goes around the 97 of Zeke Shell from Kingsport, from Johnson City. Shell into the pits. Tissett would continue, but the Shell car too damaged to continue the race. So he climbs out. And he heads over to pit wall to greet Lee Tissett to tell him no hard feelings. They're still friends. Of course, if you look at that replay, it might have been a little bit of fault on both of them. Tissett came down a little bit, but Shell didn't give him any room. On the restart, again we see Chris Van Dyke at the high side, and Fincham trying to make a move from the inside, which is usually the advantage point, but not tonight. Van Dyke clears him, and he's home free. We see Stiltner making the move for third. Around Derek Lancaster, the Christiansburg, Virginia driver. And then Stiltner takes second place from Fincham. Fincham would later say he had a right front going down. He held on to it to the end of the race and finished third, but apparently he lost some of his momentum with that tire problem. Stiltner takes advantage. Tissett, who had to go to the back after that caution, worked his way back up, and right here at the finish line you see Tissot does take the position. Takes 5th place away from McCarty, but still a great night for McCarty, coming from the back to finish 6th. And that makes 2 in a row for Chris Van Dyke. He's off to a great start in 2014.
And tonight, we had a good car. We was a little bit off in practice. We racked up the pole, and I thought we was going to be good in the race, especially once we got clear there at the beginning, and we got rolling, and everything settled down, and it looked like we was running in on Tissot there, and then caution come out there at the end, and I don't know, I think we had a right front tire going down, but I ain't sure yet. That was a good job around the Mitchell car there late in the race. That was a good job. Yeah, I appreciate it. Started the race, it wasn't that great. I mean, we was decent, but I was just sitting back there biding my time, waiting on it. And there towards the end, all the melees started taking place. We took too long to get around the 19. That was an awesome race. We got 1 spot from last week, so if that continues next week, we'll be sitting in victory lane.
I just made my pick where I wanted to be, and I took it. It's my choice. They really didn't like me where I went outside, but I felt like that's where I needed to be, and I took it. So it paid off.
2 in a row, that's a pretty good story.
Yeah, it's weight's getting heavy, but we've got the coders to pack it. Hopefully, if we come back in here next weekend, and make it 3 in a row.